Well, luckily for us, Raz, you're going to see Battle Academy Jace again.
There we go. That's true.
Because likely going on to Twyla.
Best skin in the game.
Say it again. Available now in your Riot Games League of Legends store for $13.50 RP?
I don't know,
$18.20?
man.
I don't know.
RP value here is a little bit whack. So
It's a little crazy. It's like 9,900 or something. But anyways, we have the Jace. We now are going to have possibly the Sivir locked in here for Gala. Going to give him another 80 carry position. A lot of safety with that, with the spell shield, but not sure if it's exactly his style. He did play it in NEST Cup very successfully.
it's a very simple champion to play. So I'm never concerned about it. But if you say, like, if you question, whether or not an 80 carry can play Sivir, that is the biggest insult.
It's not whether he can play it. It's just there's other things I feel like he's significantly more effective on.
So, like, I think what Dominus has to, or showing to Invictus Gaming, certainly engage is an option here. If we're talking about Invictus Gaming coming in with the Olaf and Ryze, well, Dominus just said, well, actually, we're just going to run at you. Now, Kennen, thankfully, can be, utilized in a flank, so there is still some complexity to that. But it's going to be interesting to see what Dominus can do, even if they're behind, if that's a discussion, that they have that, level of wave clear there with the Sivir intact.
Jackie Love going to pick up the Kai'Sa, the champion on which he has his very own skin.
That's true.
Every 80 carry in the LPL has been using that skin, by the way. I love to see that solidarity. And now bans being focused once again towards Xiaopeng. They haven't picked him anything, so he's going to lose both the Nidalee and the Kindred so far. I'm wondering how much more he's going to bleed out of the champion pool.
Should ban the Lee Sin as well. That was definitely his go-to pick in Spring Split. And at this point in time, if you look at Dominus' champion pool, or at least like what their composition would do well with, even though Olaf does well in towards the Lee Sin, I think the composition does well with a Lee Sin kick. So you definitely want to take that option away from him, especially if he's that adept of the champion. They're going to go for the Jarvan instead. All right.
Leaves up both the Rek'Sai and the Lee Sin then, but as you said, Lee Sin fits well into this composition, so there's options for either at this point. See what Dominus wants to take away here from Invictus Gaming. They've already taken the Vladimir away from the Shy.
At this point, I'm looking towards Invictus Gaming's support pool. I think if you're going towards the Kai'Sa, I don't want to see them, essentially having the Braum. Might end up picking that up anyways, but knowing that you have a Braum and an Olaf means that their early level 1 is going to be spectacular, so they can go for an invade and really dictate the flow where Olaf is going to be getting. So even though we're seeing Dominus go into the second phase for their jungle pick, I still have early game going there for Invictus Gaming. So let's see what we end up getting. Galio's still up and available. There we go.
Taken away. Mark had hovered it earlier, but they decided to give the Kennen over as the priority there for Dominus. So now that bot lane Kai'Sa Galio has been locked in for Invictus Gaming. Now Dominus have to answer with their own, and the Lux for the first time has not been banned in the support position. Get to see that one today, very likely.
You can only ban it for so long until it rears its head. Lock it in.
Give it to us. I need it.
We got 5 seconds. He doesn't have the mechanics to switch to another champion. All right.
Yikes.
All right. That's cool. I was messing around. Don't worry about it. Ooh.
Oh. Just
okay, we're not going to comment on this one, but I'm going to comment on the Nocturne. So the Nocturne added to this composition, it's really interesting. I mean, it's going to force them to really look towards farming up. So at this point, if I'm looking at Dominus' composition, I'm thinking like full clear. You're seeing Sivir being able to like deal with it on her own. Like there's a lot of safety here in these lanes for Dominus, so he should be able to get to his level 6 pretty freely, and we get it.
Oh, thank goodness. They were scaring me so much, Raz. I don't want the Morgana. I want to see the Lux support in competitive play. Let's go.
That's what I love to see. Now, we're going to talk about Lux when we get into the game. It's been popping up, when MSI came around. A lot of it was just around the Keystone pickups. But once we get into the game, we'll go full into it. I want to see what Invictus Gaming has to offer here. Gnar has been a pick that the Shy was willing to go for during the MSI run. Biggest issue with the Gnar is just always needing to find yourself perfect rage bar, get into a team fight at a flank position so you can utilize your ultimate, or maybe you just want to split push. But I still like Kennen in the matchup, number one, and I still like the build that split push Kennens have been still going towards, still have the AP in tow, but have been going Gunblade so they can still split up against the best of them. So here is just more so of a safe pick, I think.
Changhong we've seen be very proficient on the mages, so he's got a lot of teamfight potential there. And pick potential is a big thing for that team too. You've got the Lux, you've got the Nocturne to follow up on the CC, you've got the flanks from the Kennen. Dominus, I feel like, have a lot of options.
100%. I think the Lux is a really fun discussion here because, like, for all of the options that we've given them, it can really get snare 2 people. Like, that's the fun thing about Lux. But remember, Aftershock Lux has been the keystone. So if we're just talking about a champion that could just walk up to you, get double snare, I'm not talking about 2 fiddlesticks. No, I'm talking about a champion that can nail you pretty easily and have the resistances, flat resistances to follow up with it. So interesting to see, and first time we get to see it in the split.
It's just exciting to see. You know, you feared it in solo queue for so long, and then suddenly it becomes actually meta. It's no longer
just obnoxious. That's just something no one likes. Even the Lux that throws the E doesn't like it because she's been on the opposite end of it. So good luck to Jackie Love and Lucas on this one. I know they're going to be dealing with a lot, especially once Gala goes back to base, gets himself the BF sword, has the shove into the lane. They're going to be having a lot to work with in the bottom lane.
Not a whole lot of poke mitigation for them, but a whole lot going to be coming at them. Dominus, they want to get their revenge and tie it up to a 1-1 series, but Invictus Gaming want to get the clean 2-0. We'll see who wins out in game number 2.
Okay. So already you can see in the summoner spells, Mark's coming into this one with heal flash, allows Gala that much added level of flexibility in the lane because not only does he have the spell shield, has the cleanse to really deal with the Galio. Galio's going to have a hard time dealing with this lane. Another interesting point too. Both lanes, Chang Hong, Mark, and Gala have started in the lane, and you're seeing Xiaopeng essentially start with Wolf Camp. Will be on the bottom side a lot faster. So the speed in which he's doing this, I expect him to be invading, was my initial assumption. Usually the Olaf start on red side. I don't think they got that extra bit of information. So it's a weird start. I know SOFM had done this in the past on his Zac builds, be able to find himself bot side early and can go for an invade, but at this point in time, you're just actually seeing Xiaopeng just go for it on his end. Wow.
Shy taking a little bit of trade damage back. There's the stun coming out from Changhong. That's a lot of damage. The Shy barely going to be saved by his passive.
Oh, that hurts. One thing to make note of is Kennen's base resistances have been moved away from his E to his ultimate. So when he E's up to you, he's not going to be immediately just impenetrable. He has to actually commit his ultimate to that. So that's a really good change. It makes the matchups a lot easier. Not easy enough, as you can already see.
Rookie really getting the better end of the trades so far in this lane. We've seen Twyla struggling before. He's continuing to struggle now. The early lane going pretty well for the IG mid laner.
That's what you would think. But remember the added level. Look at the biscuit that he has, the potions that he's chugging down, the mana that he has on top of Rookie. So I actually love this for Twyla a lot more. To be able to consistently just kind of trade right into him when he has corrupting potions over what is just a mana crystal on Rookie here. So a lot more sustain in the early lane and also consistent damage. Speaking about damage though, Changhong, get out of there.
He is super dead. He doesn't have his E for another 3 seconds. He might be able to find a return kill, but he doesn't have the damage for it. The dunk comes in. First blood goes over to the Shy, but more damage in the bottom lane. Jackie Love, you're going to have to back to base.
Perfect time to be looking at this. So one wonderful thing about going into the Resolve tree is just the fact that you can get Shield Bash. Okay, you take this with you. Yeah, Shield Bash, of course, she's going to have shield, self-shielding, that is, with her W. So she gets an extra bit of damage while still going into the Resolve tree. So that's nice to have.
It's just disgusting. I love to see it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to get to see this. It's doing well so far in the lane. Of course, even in CS, however, both of them have been able to back. So Gala will be picking up the double longsword, working towards that Essence Reaper, of course. Xiaopeng, perhaps looking for a return gank. He knows the Shy does not have teleport. This is a really good ward from him that should be able to spot it out.
All right. He is going to be going into Mega Gnar, which is really unfortunate here. And he's slowly going to see how the wave is treating him, just in case, because this is really poor. If it's pushing slowly into Changhong and he's Mega Gnar, then that's just tough. He can't deal with the wave. I think at the moment in time, Chang Hong's actually just going to be trading up into him. So.
Yep, just walking forward, using the area to the best of his ability. It's great for poke. It's not going to be the Klepto that we have seen a lot on this top lane Kennen, but instead just going for the poke focus. And so far, it has been working. He's denied the Shy a lot of CS with the damage he's been able to put out. The Shy's down a full 10 CS at this point.
He knows that the shot was going to come into the lane with Airy. Just a go-to for the Nars out there, so he wants to be able to combat on the matchup. Picks up Airy himself. He's able to do it. You already saw how the early laning phase is gone. He has a 10 CS lead because of all of that. Now, the funny thing about all of this is that he committed to a double Doran's Blade. So you can see how much he's valuing the laning phase itself. I think it's a little bit too much, personally. But you can already see how long this game is going to go in the early lane, unless anything crazy happens. Gala and Mark has the incentive to keep this lane for as long as it can. And you can see the same here for Twyla, but Ning doesn't want that happening.
Yeah, and Chang Hong isn't going to have much luck here because this is an easy dive. As soon as the Shy hits level 6, Chang Hong's in a whole lot of trouble, especially now that he's half health.
Am I blind? I didn't even notice he was level 6. Legitimately didn't think the Shy was 6 for that one, so much easier than you would have expected. But here comes a Infernal Dragon pickup.
I think he hit 6 like a few seconds before the dive happened.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm blind. Can't see.
It's all right. We'll get you through it.
Impairs my job. But I can somehow make it work.
That's right. Best true talent right there. The Shy picks up one turret plating. 1-0-1 now on this Nara. The CS differential not feeling the hurt from that one. Gala going to help out.
Don't do it!
Oh, okay. Having little heart attacks. Void Seeker not going to be able to land.
I've seen too many nonsense. Like, just too much nonsense for... Oh, okay. Well, goodbye.
Yep, that's a dead Jackie Love. Very likely. Flash in from Gala, going to secure that one. Justice Punch. Who cares, Lucas? Your 80 carry's gone.
Yeah. I always believe in those plays. Not the death that we saw there, but like the stealing dragon there. I remember way back, I was coaching for Chiefs Esports. It was a while back. But like they were going for a dragon, and they lost the dragon to a Morgana pool. Like that just happens sometimes. It's a support Morgana pool. It wasn't even damage behind it. Like, that kind of stuff happens, and you just have to always believe that anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Didn't happen there, but, you know, you gotta build it up.
Seeing the Bloodwater, I believe it was, who stole the Baron with Tornado.
The Lulu Q that happened in the LEC, I think it was, like, last year.
Yep.
Anyways, yeah, walked right into it.
Dead.
Flash it up. He still has, he used this plays happening at the same time. Let us see these plays in action. Xiaopeng's going to be looking for this. He's not level 6, so this is too much. Don't do this. Don't do this right now.
Xiaopeng,
you're going to be fighting into an Olaf. Don't do... Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mark's here. All right,
okay,
that's fine.
Very cool.
He's very brave, but he's not too brave for this play. All right, he gets the assist. Ning might be able to get killed as well. Yep, there's the shutdown. Mark playing this beautifully. That was one hell of a roam all the way from bottom.
It was great. They saw this play coming. And I think right now we've been seeing Dominus repeatedly, like, essentially be able to pick up early game leads. And it really is, like, it's hard. It's nice to see a team like this essentially find these leads, and they're getting better in consolidating them. So while last game was comedic in the way that they didn't do that, it's getting a lot more, I guess, reliable because these guys are really fresh. Essentially, all of them are rookies.
Jackie Love looking for the trade down on Tagalo, won't be able to find the kill. And this is just really fun to watch, honestly, from Dominus, because yes, Chang Hong is getting camped to hell and back, but they're getting so much off the back of it as well. It's about even in gold. They have the Infernal Drake on top of it, so they're doing really well, all things considered.
Exactly. And even looking towards the next dragon, it's going to be a cloud one, but for me, what's going to be important is how they're going to be playing around Gala and Mark's lane. They've been successful as of this point, and the pick potential has obviously showcased themselves. How much damage they can follow up if a Q is landed from Lux. We haven't even seen a Shock Blast coupled with that. So once we get into the mid game, you have to be able to dodge this one out. Or you must. Okay, well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jackie Love just loses half his health.
Yeah, please stop. Or someone's got to pick up Mikhail's Crucible, or we're finding out. Twilight
100 damage onto Jackie Love. So he's already just killing him out of lane by himself. Scary time to be a Kaisa.
It really is. Now, thankfully, Gala doesn't have much mana, so he wants to go up and base. He probably has a lot of gold underneath him as well. We haven't seen the gold at this point in time, but 101 CS is a hell of a lot to be able to base on, so see what he can go for.
A little bit of extra poke damage coming in from Mark, and you'd think the magic damage shield will be doing a little bit more for Lucas, but he's still been struggling with how much damage Mark's been putting out.
There we go. He's fine as Essence Reaper, so he's going to be staying in lane for a lot longer. Now, the question for me, we saw this in the previous series, and I think that it is the right play to make. He got the shove off. He could go for a topside roam, help out his team get Rift Herald. Like, that is a great play to be able to make. Invictus Gaming is the type of team that when they see that happening, they'll keep Dracula bot lane, maybe have him rotate a little slower, but certainly the Galio will come and they can play around the Galio ultimate. So that's the only asterisk, is that while you can send your dual lane topside and try and play for a Rift Herald, Invictus Gaming will respond with a team fight. You have to be able to play or be ready for it. So might not be ready for it at this point in time with how far behind Changhong is.
Yeah, Changhong is still really struggling. However, he has hit level 6, so if a team
Got
doesn't
him.
break out, oh man, there goes Xiaopeng. Finally hit that level 6 himself, and Ning chasing down onto Twilight. This might be enough damage to get the kill. The trade immediately. That was instantaneous. I'm going to go home after that one and see if it was frame perfect, because it felt it.
It really did feel like you see the gold, both of this 600 gold going across the board. And then on top of that, you see the death animations. And I think that's just nice. It's a good
beautiful.
way to, yes, 100%.
It's satisfying, like those old videos of Lulu clearing an entire wave with the Q. It's like, that's nice, but it's with champions instead. Now, Mark and Gala are going to have some easy times getting the turret platings here. They're going to get a whole lot of gold for their team, up to 20K total, 500 gold lead in favor of them over Invictus Gaming. So this early game going pretty well for Dominus.
And we're going to be rolling the dice to see what the next dragon's going to be. If it's going to be a double cloud dragon, that's not a knock on it. I think that's great as well. But yeah, going to be double cloud. There we go. So with the composition that they currently have, with the Sivir ultimate as well, that movement speed is going to mean so much. So get out of here, Changhong. You don't want it to be 4 deaths.
That was so close. Getting into the bush just in time before Rookie got there was the literal only thing saving his life there.
A lot of pressures on Twilight to have lane pressure, though, because for Rookie to be able to make these roams across and make Changhong's life a living hell, he is not going to be getting to his Proto Belt, or perhaps it depends on what he's looking. I think Proto Belt because he needs some HP pool on him. Yeah, I'll say Proto Belt. I'll double down on that. I don't think he's going to be going towards a Gunblade. But he's not going to be getting to that point anytime soon if he's going to have consistent pressure from the jungle and mid laner in his lane at all times.
Certainly something he's been struggling with, and now even the damage from the Shy is being problematic. You know, 1, 1, and 2 on that Gnar. He's even up the CS. Oh, that's the engage coming in. They want to find Mark, but the Aftershock going to save him for the time being. That's going to be the on the hunt from Gala. So much damage, the ult barely going to tag him. The flash away isn't enough because the auto follows, and following up, Mark has saved this team fight. Double kill there for Gala. This is absolutely ridiculous as we see Changhong using ultimate to clear the wave, and ultimately he's going to die for it. Ning trying to pick that one up, but Xiaopeng goes in towards the mid lane, fights across the map, but Dominus definitely getting the better end of him.
Yeah, Captain Changhong, man. At his death, he saluted to his team, and they got the gold back for him. This is beautiful play from Dominus. And how many times, this is when I challenge you YouTube viewers out there, anybody that can just start replaying back, how many crits was those? Gala critted a lot on that one.
My answer is going to be hella.
Hella lot of crits. And we got to see Mark be able to get down his Q on both members, delayed the skirmish. They thought they could get the pick off immediately, so we actually can count him. But he delayed the pick. He was able to get out of the CC immediately. So let's count them crits. So, all right. Well,
1 so far.
Oh, there
2,
we go. That's it.
3.
3. Okay, perfect. Oh, that was the last crit too right here. Boom. Wait. Yeah,
4.
okay, there we go. Well, that's a lot of crits. Now, he does have Essence Reaver, so we give him that. That's
now
no he did not expect in that whole plan for it to go as poorly as it did.
But it's so juicy, Brad. I'm loving this. I am loving the Lux support. It is going
back to base. It gives an opportunity to Dominus to actually double down on mid lane. It's sad that it took this long for Twilight to come right back here because, you know, it seems like members wanted to retreat out here. Top lane turret should be the main focus. Rift Herald immediately afterwards. Yeah, you're not stealing that one. Stop trying.
Eventually it might happen. Oh, Twilight has to flash away. The engage from Jackie Love did blow the killer instinct from him.
That was a great delay because You had Mark coming back onto the map.
Anyone, Ning rotating around, tries to go for Xiaopeng, but gets turned golden. Gala fighting as best he can. He gets the flash over. He's going to stay safe for the time being. Ning is the big target they need to take down in this fight. Dominus are going to turn onto him, take him down. Twyla barely alive. They need to take out Lucas. That's it. The ace at the hands of Gala.
They ran rings around them. Yeah, throw out that popcorns, baby. That was so fun to see Gala essentially flash over the wall, find his way all the way back.
I don't know what that ult was. I guess celebratory.
Yeah. That was great stuff. I want to see it again. That was an initial pick from Invictus Gaming on towards Twyla. I thought he was going to die. Needed about 2 more autos to be able to get the kill. And so I thought Dominus were going to concede and play out towards defending their turret. Changhong comes at a decent flank here. Couple Gala's specific placement, because he didn't want to deal with the Ragnaroking Olaf, but he still thought he could find some use in the team fight, so he took a ring around, and he did a lot of work here. So great stuff overall from Dominus. This is the type of team fight that we were waiting for.
Dominus now have their 80 carry up to 5-0-3. Gala abs 2 kills for them. The Baron not yet on the field, but the Herald still is. They want more, though. They're going to take out Rookie, and Dominus are living up to their name, absolutely dominating the early mid once again.
Mark is hitting every damn Q.
It's him. If you're ever thinking about support bans, Galio was the big one before. That was his big one last split, but now Lux needs to be added to that discussion.
He was a part of 13 of their 16 kills. Probably all of them been snared. I'm just saying right now, there's a reason why they're apparently banning it every game.
This is disgusting. I'm loving this. But Invictus Gaming aren't out of it yet. We've seen them make turns before, but this is one turn they weren't able to find.
All right, well, they were able to get him initially. And the funny thing, 2 kills. Even if Xiaopeng ends up dying here, he has himself the Guardian Angel, but he's got the double shield from the Lux. And Rookie thinks that he can stick around a little longer.
He thought he could be cheeky with that one. He thought he could try and get a return kill. Not going to happen, however. And now Dominus sitting very happy with a 6K gold lead, 2 dragons to their name. This is so funny from Changhong for me because he's been sort of the sacrificial lamb this game, and it reminds me of the 1-7 Kennen game at MSI.
Gotta stop bringing that up.
But it was a success in the end.
It's never a success.
No, it's not great, Rez. Let's be honest. That's a bad thing to have.
Some level of blind faith. But you're right about the fact that Invictus Gaming can always come back. They literally just had that game last time. It's always a possibility. But right now, Dominus have themselves a great team fight comp. So incredibly strong. Doesn't have his Infinity Edge just yet, or Guardian Angel. We'll see what he ends up turning that into. But he is so strong at this point that he's able to be a primary carrier for his team. So good stuff coming in from Dominus. I don't expect them to be losing team fights as they did in the past.
Yeah, Gala once again sitting on 2.5 items compared to Jackie.
She's gotten 2 Cloud Dragons, and I think that's who's some ability. We'll check up on that. Yep. So she is speedy.
Kind of in awe of it right now.
I will say though that's the tough part about it.
There's another one.
Xiaopeng needs to survive this one. He's going to gnar him into the wall, but he does have the GA set. Jackie Love has to flash away from Twyla. He wants to find... Now, we get to stare as Dominus look for their Baron take. This time, they don't have to steal it away. They don't have to take a team fight for it. There is no one here to contest. 4,000 HP. They should handily be able to take this one down.
I mean, they definitely play coming out of Changhong where he's able to just slow it out. So immediately, like, great team fight. Even Nocturne ultimate just
7-0 and 8. There's not a whole lot that can stop him, especially now that the Ardent Sensor has been completed.
At this point, we'll have to see how successful this siege is going to be with their Baron buff. At the moment in time, it seems like Invictus Gaming is doing well enough to protect it, but Jackie Love took a hell of
form. Gala, however, still trying to put pressure. Nick has to flash over the wall. Xiaopeng going to find his way out as well. And meanwhile, on the bottom side, Dominus are just taking away the rest of the game.
They are so far ahead that they can make these mistakes, but Changhong's going to die off of this. But Dominus is going to win off of this.
It's a bit of a different priority system for both these two teams. Mark flashes in on support Lux. That's the kind of way I want to see this game start to end, because Dominus are taking down the Nexus Towers. They've still got the Baron for a minute, but they're not going to need it for the duration, because there goes the Nexus. Dominus tie it up 1-1 against the reigning world champions.
Niberia, this should have been a 2-0.
Yep.
In favor of Dominus. Dominus should have been able